We are live now. I could see you.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know if you guys see us.
What's up, Jerome?
Maybe just write us a comment. We had a very terrible technical issue
Terrible
again.
StreamYard experience.
Very costly
I'm just
delays.
trying
Apologies.
to keep my cool here because I'm really not good with these technical stuff. I guess we are live. I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
Everybody.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know if this is going to be saved for the.
I see myself on my phone. To all the
We
people.
wait until there's more people, maybe. I don't know. I just posted it on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
To save it over there.
If anyone's there, they
Really
can maybe.
links to get into this thing and it doesn't work.
This is the first. I think this is the first time that we're doing a YouTube live, like on YouTube. Because usually it's always through Facebook, right? So
Yeah,
now,
I hope it's linking to that. But anyways,
it is. It is. It's linking to YouTube because I could see it on my phone.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, apparently now we are live. Okay, so all right. We apologize for all the technical issues, and we're finally here with Mika Bevenina, which is the director of Sinai Video. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us today and share this moment together. We wanted to take a little moment. Yeah, we wanted to share with the fans a bit of the video because we're at the same time we're celebrating 20 years of career, and now it's we're preparing a big show that's coming this Saturday in Montreal. So we thought it was appropriate to launch this video. Finally, you know, it's been a long time waiting. And
up to 2 years, yeah, I think it's about time, right?
Yeah. There's a lot happened, I guess, and that's also what caused the delay for this video to come out. You know, all the circumstances of life and trying to get back on track, you know, with everything. So
yeah, watching it now almost feels like it's kind of bringing me back to that 5-person what's it called? 5-person rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we we try to do it as clean as possible, as as minimalist as possible with what we had at the time, which yeah, it's pretty impressive. You know, it's pretty interesting that we didn't have much to work with, and yet we.
You could tell us a bit of how the process was. I guess if you want to share with the fans because I remember we spoke about it. Well, we met in 2017, and you told us you wanted to collaborate with us actually in a video. So a lot of time went by, and all of a sudden we thought that that's it. This was the time, you know, in 2020, because we had released this single. And the song obviously is dedicated to Steph's father, as you know, and the whole storyboard goes with that. So I'll let you share a bit about that story.
So yes, we met in 2017, and around January 2020, what a luck, we decided to make a music video together. And at first we came up with something very sophisticated with studio, lights, people, sets and everything. And then of course March happened, and that was torn apart and forgotten, but the desire to work together was still there. So during these tough constraints, we started to think, what does the song Sinai represent to you guys, right? And you can talk, if you want to talk a little bit about that, because I think this is important for fans to understand what this song represents to you, and then we try to represent it with the images.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I knew that was going to happen. For sure, I think we kind of wanted to still feel that sense of that kind of like that landscape, you know, that the feeling of nature, the feeling of that kind of like really interesting, mountains, and obviously, Sinai, the kind of like mountaintop. Reaching that mountaintop, and I think just that imagery, we wanted to have that feeling that we were kind of surrounded in this sort of like panoramic sort of landscape. And then obviously conceptually in the video, we kind of did a couple little things. In terms of the song, it's kind of like, obviously reaching that place that we kind of haven't been, that we've sort of been struggling to get there over the last, few years. And it almost feels like, there was that kind of achievement where we realized, okay, we kind of did this. We climbed this mountain, and now we want to actually, feel that breath when we're at the top, and just kind of like, take it in, kind of thing. So a little bit of that influence in there for sure,
And
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Elsiane.
What I wanted to add is that, the song Sinai was really inspired by the moment of accepting, where you are at this moment, that graceful place of all the battles you had to go through, all the stuff, and then you finally get to that top, you reach that place of a glorious place, a place of acceptance, and the whole song is kind of that, it's climbing, climbing, climbing. There's a huge like anticipation for that, like how can I say, the explosion at the end, right? That we're in the top. So, but at the time in 2018, we were faced with some challenges. I mean, we lost a very important member of our family, which was stepfather, and we wanted to dedicate that song to him because that was his very special place he wanted to go to. And funny because in the video, it was hard to get obviously visuals of that specific place. So we got the idea of filming with drones around places in Peru and Mexico to achieve this mountain feeling. It's probably not the actual Sinai place, but I still feel like it's that, very empowering place, in that mountaintop, and there's landscapes.
If I can trace back a few steps before that, so the music video has a couple of layers. One layer, as you noticed, probably, one layer is the performance and acting, so to say, the silhouettes, which is telling the story, and then the under layer beyond that. And so what we wanted to do is remember the life and bring significance to the life that was lost way too soon, and pay homage to that. And that's the base layer that is seen. Basically, we're trying to say that maybe the body is gone, but the soul remains. And then we worked on the underlayer, which is what Elsiane is talking about, is the mountains. It's interesting that we first had some other different technical ideas for that. There was a lot of trial and error, because apparently to do this double layer is not easy. You have to keep in mind that, the performer on screen moves one way, therefore the image must move in a certain direction or with a certain speed another way. And so there was a lot of technical revelations to find what works and what doesn't in this kind of situation. And that's how we eventually, scrapped a lot of other ideas and stood true to the song with the idea of mountains and nature and Sinai and the love for the gone person, basically.
Yeah, and the fact that you're in Toronto, we're in Montreal, we weren't even able to meet in person. It was
middle of the lockdown.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy for us. We tried to do everything, obviously, through video, and we had initial sort of we were so sort of wrapped up in obviously in the times. We had a bunch of different inspirations and a bunch of different ideas to how this might come to be. Especially everybody was isolated. Everybody's sitting on their phones, right? And we kind of had a bunch of different ideas, but we're glad that we kind of went at least the direction that we did. We feel it's a lot more timeless and just kind of expressing what we needed to express for the time. And now it's 2022, and finally it's being reviewed.
Yeah, definitely. It was a long wait, and we had a lot of stuff happen between the 2018 and 2022 and doing the record as well. But yeah, it's amazing the fact that we got to achieve that with, that's what I say when sometimes you're put into situations that you have to work with whatever you have, and at the time we were very limited, and we did achieve this beautiful video, like for me, it was in a way very proud of this video because it's like we did double the work in a way too, like you said, it was like 2 videos in one with the footage from all the drones, all the people that participated from Lima, Peru, from Mexico, even other
Russia before the war,
Yeah,
Canada.
exactly, So it was a lot of material, and it was quite something to put together. And we did the performance also in the studio in Montreal, pretty much hidden, like had to like go underground and stuff.
Yeah,
5 people only, crew and cast including. Yep.
Thanks to Andre, we were able to film it in the studio, so it was cool,
And me and my gaffer Sean Burton, yep, drove from
Right,
Toronto with equipment.
It was cool. It was professional. It was like a professional shoot, but with very limited materials, very limited people, and I mean, it was a fun little experience that we had.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a very
We filmed it in one day.
Well, the performance, but not the other material. Was
Yeah, but I mean, just like us in the video, it was one day of shoot, pretty much, and then we did some post stuff. But I mean,
Yeah, with the editing, it was very interesting because first I really concentrated on just the silhouettes and just try to get the best performances out of that. It may not look so obvious, but that was like one of the base stories to do that. And then, and then we started putting the underlayer images, and then we realized, okay, so these stories that the original layer needs to be adjusted a little bit to tell the story that's also under that layer. How do we cross? In the music video, we tried to have the passage cross to the other realm. And so we were really thinking of how do we achieve that when we per se didn't shoot that in that sense. Some of these ideas formed in the editing process, I believe. And with the help of VFX person, Sonia from Russia, who helped us out. So yeah, that was there's a lot of interesting challenges and curveballs.
For sure, yeah. Color was a big thing too. We wanted the color to kind of also be sort of just right, and obviously there were some themes there that we kind of we discussed, and it's like I just watched it again after a while, and it's bringing back to that 2020 vibe.
I'm curious to know if fans got the chance to understand the story, the storytelling, because it's important to emphasize that actually Nika was playing the role of the spirit, which is the spirit that's taking off, leaving this earth, and we don't want that spirit to leave, so we're always reaching out for the spirit to stay with us. And then it's very hard to let go, so the whole video takes place of that too. You're playing the character of the spirit, because at the time we didn't have another extra, and Mika is great at performing, doing a bunch of stuff, dancing, and I know you have choreography background too. So we had some training, I remember. So
we were trying to mimic the fall from the sky, being upside down on the ladder and stuff like that.
We should show that. I don't know if I have that video still, but we should show that.
Have some photos left. And,
no, we'll probably be sharing a few of those little videos that we took during that shoot.
Yeah,
and then behind the scenes we're going to share for sure. But for me, it was important to kind of give that story, of what it meant.
And part of this story of the music video for me is also becomes about inevitability, that we all may depart one day, and and sometimes you can't stop what's inevitable, no matter how much we try, but we can keep a person in one's heart. And to me, this is, I try to present this visually in the music video, trying to honor Ellie as much as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's really, I feel like so naked right now that we shared it, and we kind of finally unveiled it.
Wow.
It's almost like, really, we did this right now. So I guess it's about time. It's a 20 years, and we wanted to give something else to our fans.
20 years and 2 years since we shot it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And we're gonna get a chance to play the song live for the first time next week, pretty much. And it's
Exciting.
great.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic song to kind of get into. Playing it feels pretty awesome. So that's cool. That's going to be nice.
I wish I could be there in Montreal. Ah,
Well, come over if you want. We could always have a couch for you and sleep over.
thank you. Thank you.
Definitely.
There
I
was
wanted to take a moment to maybe read some comments here and ask the fans if they have any questions, maybe about how this was made, or any questions about the song, or about the video, And
Now is the time.
now is the time.
Yeah, because
Thank you to our fan in Portugal, actually, for the beautiful message. We would love to come back there one day. Definitely hope so soon.
Yeah, we were lucky. We also had amazing footage of actual Elsiane being on top of the mountain, which,
Yes.
spoiler alert, is not an actual mountain Sinai, but it is nonetheless a mountain. And in her home country,
In Lima, Peru, yes. In Miraflores. Yeah, Miraflores, yeah.
yeah,
People recognize it probably, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Peruvian fans here will recognize it.
I don't see any comments. So I think you see them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's saying here, I love the video, love the video. Thank you so much. Un saludo
Thank you.
acá en Lima, Perú. Para ti
Salud.
también, muchas gracias por estar acá. Estamos diciendo que justo hay partes que se han filmado en Lima, en Perú. There's also our biggest fan here from Azerbaijan. Thank you so much for being there. If there's any other questions, you could send us now. Yeah, thank you so much for. I would apologize again. We've had such technical issues like to enter into this, but yeah, we at least got a chance to interact with you a bit. If there's any other things you guys want to add, or somebody's asking a tour. Are you doing a tour next? Oh, well, we're gonna see. We are going to focus on the release of this album first. We're gonna do the 20-year anniversary concert, and then launch the album, and then we'll see if there's any tour in the horizon. Obviously, the situation has changed a lot for all of us, traveling and getting around. So we'll see if that. We hope
We would,
it
yeah,
definitely
would love
happens.
to, but yeah, we'll
If there's
see.
people that want to see us in certain town or certain country, it would be good to know in advance, and maybe we could organize something or get in touch with promoters in their cities, to organize something, because obviously it takes a lot of organization to do the tours, Oh, I didn't understand this question, but didn't want to. Oh, okay.
Can you read it out loud, because we don't see them?
Yeah, somebody was asking about the tour also, actually. Someone said, I went to the concert in Porto, and I hold on the memory really close to my heart. You guys really helped me with your music. Obrigado. Thank you so much for that beautiful comment. Yes, it was a magical time in Porto, actually.
Yeah, loved it.
Somebody from New York. Oh my God. We would love if you could come to Montreal for this concert on Saturday, because we're so close. Fans from New York, you should come. We won't be going to New York anytime soon. We hope so eventually, but we'll see. It's all the immigration stuff with the States is complicated sometimes to get there, but we'll see. Abrazo a ti desde México. Un abrazo, no sé tu nombre acá.
We do have some footage from Mexico in the video. It's well hidden, but it's there. Our friend Gerardo Muniz shot some drone, and not only of And your friends also shot Elsiane in Mexico as well. So there is one
Yes,
city shot
Amber.
of.
There's beautiful shots of Mexico, and it's funny because it's the countries that are the closest to my heart is Peru and Mexico. So it's funny that it happened to be that's in the video, you know. So so yeah, it was great. Well, we're all the credits are there under the video. You can see everybody that participated from Lima, Peru, and around the world. So it's really cool. Someone is asking, is there going to be any other singles or big release? Like I said, there is going to be a release of the album. It's coming. We're not going to unveil the news, but yes, there might be something coming up for another single. Keeping a surprise there, but we'll, we'll, we
No,
have to stay tuned.
at this point, we can obviously. There's no
Stay
secret
tuned.
to keep. There's going to be
Yeah.
a single coming out soon for sure. But other than that, we can't say much more because, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But stay tuned. There is more coming up after this 20-year anniversary concert. So we're going to keep posting things and sharing more stuff.
Especially for the Mexican fans and especially for our Latin American fans, it's going to be a very special surprise for them.
Have a suspicion the song is going to be in Spanish.
This one? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it's
There's a possibility of that. But
coming up. It's coming up. Very cool.
That's how the rumors start.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially since they've been so close to our hearts. They've been hanging on for so many years, and always following us and showing us. Amazing love, and obviously, we love going over there and playing, especially in Mexico, because everything's amazing over there.
Yeah, we hope coming back to Mexico actually one day very soon.
I'm a food fanatic in Mexico. Top food on my list. So I'm excited to go back there at one point. And yeah, so this is going to be a special surprise for them, and yeah, I can't wait.
Someone is asking if there's a pre-order of the album in Bandcamp. No, not yet, but we'll.
Yeah, not yet, but we're going to get there.
We're also very anxious to release this album. You have no idea, and yeah.
And there's everybody who also donated the crowdfunding campaign. All you guys who are out there are going to definitely have the album. You guys are going to get it as soon as it's released. Obviously, FYI to some of them out there. Obviously, we've had issues over the last couple of years dealing with a bunch of different things that we're not going to obviously get into. We would have loved for the album to come out earlier, but it'll come and it'll be worth it for.
Yeah, the wait is gonna be worth it because it wasn't easy to go through this path all this last 2 years, but
yeah, because obviously Sinai was released in 2020. The song was released in 2020. We felt there was a kind of duty for us to release something to our fans who were like, in lockdown, kind of like freaking out. We wanted to really, try to provide some sort of release, and again, we wanted the video to come out with the song. Things just didn't pan out that way, but we're kind of, glad.
Because we shot it literally like a week before the release of the song.
Right, and I think
one of the reasons.
Now somehow, we're doing, this 20-year anniversary, and just feels right for us. We're playing, to our fans in Montreal next week, first show since 2018. So, for us, it's we're not the band that goes out and plays, every week and just kind of like jams out. Obviously, we want to do things right, and we want to present the material in the best form possible. So we're excited about it. So.
Someone wrote here, I enjoy listening to your music. It's definitely what I would describe as an off the beaten path. Thank you so much for that comment. It's very nice, very kind. Another one, you have the most unique vocals I've ever heard. Thank you so much too. Thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah, it comes from somewhere else. I don't even know from where it comes from, ancestors or other places. So I'm glad I could communicate a message through these songs. Another fan from Ukraine saying a lot of love. We also send you a lot of love over there and hope you're well and safe with all the situation going on. It's been so crazy. We really hope that you're well and safe. Uh, the best band in the earth. My God, thank you, Paco. Thank you so much. Um, uh, is this a real conversation with Elsiane? Yes, it is. We're here, actually.
At your service.
I don't know if you just joined in, but
Hello
yeah,
from Toronto.
we
Well,
missed
you can see that it's
completely that
Toronto.
7:15 schedule because it was a terrible technical issue. But we're here now,
Or
and
at your service. Whatever you need.
yeah,
Ask away.
this is the time to ask all your questions. If you want to ask about the video, about new stuff coming up. Is there any other comments? 2008, I met with the vapors. Still at top. Okay. Timeless
2008.
track.
Getting old.
I'd like to be the foot chair of Elsiane. What? I don't understand what. I don't understand what that
They
means.
love you. They just
Oh my
really,
God!
really
Thank
love
you so
you.
much. Thank you. I didn't really
I
get.
love foot chairs.
Oh my God.
I need a foot chair.
Where does the inspiration come from? That's a good question. Yeah, all the inspiration actually are from events we've been throughout all these years. As a matter of fact, the statement about that is the album Death of the Artist too. That was a big statement about our story, as artists. And I know I know everybody loves the album Hybrid, obviously, but a lot of the songs come from things we've been through. My personal story as well is very important because I've been through a lot in my journey. There's a lot of things since Peru and traveling, changing cultures. So, I mean, traveling for us is obviously a big source of inspiration, meeting the fans as well. The last 2 years was a lot of inspiration too, because a lot of people are asking me to write an album about the times we've been through. It's funny, I don't even have to do that because a lot of songs are already written that are connected to the times we're living. So I'm going to keep working on those songs and release more material, I guess, eventually. All that, the dark times, but obviously there's hopeful times and we're coming ahead and we're going through them right now. So I appreciate the question about the inspiration because,
Well,
yeah.
there's no real, there's never been a sort of formula in this project. Everything has always just come in a very natural way. We didn't decide to do any particular thing. Just something, there were some ideas that were shot out and they just developed like they always somehow do. And it just um, made sense. And it always just kind of like comes together in that time, in that way. Like Elsiane was saying, Death of the Artist obviously was a very, very different album for us to do. A necessary album, but like same thing like with Mechanics, same thing with Hybrid. We always wanted to sort of create works that were different from one another, but still, in the family, in the same, in that same sense of inspiration. Never really overthought about concepts and conceptualizing things. All we wanted to do was try to create the best songs for the moment and for the time. And sometimes, it's as easy as turning on the sink, turning on the water. Other times, it's a little, other times it's a little more. We got to dig a little harder. But usually, it's a very natural process. So, just inspired by whatever it is that we're living, and try to do justice to what's in our hearts. Because obviously we play in a very selfish way. We play what we like, what we love, and whoever wants to join in, go ahead. But
I
we don't
think this
want
is
to
the
cater.
best way.
Yeah.
This is the best way to create. If you love what you're doing, then there's got to be other people that will love it. And I love your music. This is why I really wanted to work with you so much. and obviously there's a huge, fan base everywhere around the world. So, once you speak from the heart, it touches other people's hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, now that we're preparing for this show, you know, obviously, we've got some musicians with us, and some of these guys are kind of like, they're digging in and they're feeling it. They're kind of like going straight to that place, and it's not. It feels good for us, It feels good for us to be, lifted up a bit too, and feel like, you know, putting on this show, putting this band together has also made us, appreciate, what we do, and that we have an audience out there who that love what we do, and we just stay true to that, and don't want to pretend to be doing something that, like, just for the sake of it, just because we still want to play music or whatever it is. I think it's like you said, it's just a passion, and we want it to be as good as possible, you know.
But thanks, Nika, for reaching out when you did that, because at the time, obviously, we didn't meet until you came to Montreal, and it was really nice to meet and connect, and all of a sudden talk about a potential collaboration. So now could you believe it's done? It's like we did it.
I'm so happy it's out there.
After so much stuff, my God.
It's been, it's been a long time coming, so I'm very excited, and thank you for letting me be part of your process. It was very interesting to collaborate with you. It was a very fruitful exchange of ideas. Constantly, we're all obsessive with the details. Full disclosure. So that was very interesting. How nitpicking, but for very good reasons. We all were. It's like, let's change this for this. Let's change this for that. It was, yeah. It's great to work that way when creatively it works, and I really enjoyed working with you.
Yeah, but thanks for putting in all the all that time, all the effort, especially at the time when everybody was going through such a huge kind of transition. Uh, I know that you went through a transition as well. You bought a house, and you had, like, a new job, and working overtime, working over hours, and yeah. We felt like, this whole time we were kind of like having, the video, like, kind of behind the scenes, behind the curtains, and now it's like, okay, let's go, done, move on to the next one, and we can finally say that we did it, right?
Yeah. Thank you for your words. It was fun, when it's done for fun and out of love, then it doesn't become a hassle.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, and thanks to all you guys that are out there watching. And
we're gonna just go through some. There's more questions that came up. Any countries of places where you discovered you had a large fan base and you didn't expect? Well, that has to be Georgia, next to Russia. Like, we went there, and it was like 1,200 people. I think there were like, what? That was definitely one of the places that I did not expect. I didn't know we had so much fans. There's also, of course, Moscow. It was huge. Istanbul was also huge. And
I think Istanbul definitely is the the Elsiane hub is there. That's where we have a incredibly dedicated and a huge number of fans that I guess when Spotify, came out, when was it, 2014 or 2015, we started to kind of see the sort of metrics and the stats, and we saw that in Turkey there's a huge, Elsiane fan base, which I was just completely shocked. So we had to go and play there, right? But we had played there in 2013, and I think that kind of we planted a bunch of seeds, when we were there in 2013, and then from there it just really grew. So
actually, there's a fan here from Turkey that says, "Greetings." Oh my God, it's like 4 a.m. in Turkey. Like, you're up this late. So thank you.
I saw before that your phone was dying. Actually, it gave us a notification. So.
Oops.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if Nika's, if she goes out, her phone is
Sorry, yeah, it might
Clarice, who's in
disconnect.
Turkey right now, thank you for your message. You're so amazing to be up this late, actually connecting. I don't know what this message was, and I'll see it after, actually. Maybe you could see stuff. Yeah, the new album is gonna come out. Actually, somebody else is asking about that. We were hoping this fall, but again, we had to go through a lot of things. So it's gonna come. We're gonna have another single coming up. So just stay tuned, and we're gonna keep unveiling the stuff, little by little. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Thank you also for your support. Thank you so much. My cats and dogs also love the music too. Always sleep
I
peacefully.
love that. I love that. I love knowing that.
Well, that's, you know what? I could definitely see that for sure. One of my friend's dogs started like singing like while listening to music, so I could understand that. Yeah, definitely.
Sweet.
And us too, we can't wait for the new album to come out. So stay tuned. Thank you again. And for those who just joined, we were talking a bit of the video, Sinai, and please send us your comments anyway, your feedback. We'd be appreciated. I know that a lot of you saw it and loved it. And we're gonna keep
Right.
keep
Like
sharing.
it.
Sorry, what?
Like the videos, subscribe.
Yeah, share it. Share it.
I sound like one of those YouTubers.
It's like a new life of Sinai again. So now that it's the 20th anniversary, that we're delayed 2 years, but at least it's happening. So we're
Better
very
later
glad.
than never.
Exactly. So we're gonna keep pushing this 20-year anniversary, and then the new single will come out. So stay tuned, definitely. And is there any other things you want to add, and any other questions? There's no more questions.
All right. I think we made our point with this live stream.
Well, thank
We
you.
can do it. We can do it. That's
Oh, God. Yeah, and not only that, it's
we
like,
did it.
did you believe that we went through all this technical thing again?
Yeah,
We need a team
love
just
it.
to take care of all that, and
Love it.
we're not the best, most efficient ones.
We love it. We love you guys. See ya. We are out.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much again, and somebody's asking what a remix contest. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe, yeah, we thought about that.
About that, if we're gonna do a remix
Yeah.
contest, maybe it would be nice for the new album. We'll see.
We thought about that. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you so much
Wherever you are in the world.
for your time.
Love you guys.
And congratulations.
Thank you for watching.
For this release. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you on the 27th, Montreal. We're going to be playing live.
Rock.
This special show is going to be really amazing. New things, new stuff coming up. So, thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.